Mr. Attorney General, we're watching this campaign. We're watching it on a daily basis, and it's amazing. Your opponent, Mr. McAuliffe, there for the Democrats, he's gotten away with running a campaign without actually saying anything about what he wants to do with the Commonwealth of Virginia. I sat in on a press call. It was about 20 minutes long. He didn't take any questions from the press. The whole purpose of the call was to have the head of Planned Parenthood call you names. But to me, people in Virginia, they care about some things that the government can do for them or to get out of their lives with regard to things like their schools, things like their jobs, things like transportation. My understanding is you are actually trying to talk about this stuff. You have a plan for the schools of Virginia. What is your plan? And if you could, why doesn't your opponent actually say what he stands for? Unless you know better than I do.
Well, we're rolling out our education policy proposals today in the Richmond area, and we're looking at reforming the SOLs, which have been an important component of accountability in education in Virginia for almost 2 decades. And we're also going to be focusing on expanding control of parents, particularly of children in failing schools, so that opportunity can be made real for every child in Virginia. We have plenty of good schools. We have lots of good teachers, but we have we have kids trapped in areas where they can't succeed. And the only quick way to salvage those kids' education is to put it in the control of their parents. But
so what does that mean exactly, though, when you say
that means let's see, we grade schools in Virginia based on the kids' SOL performance, standards of learning performance. And if you're in a failing school, what that means is, if you're in a family that can't really afford to put your kid in a private school, for instance, and bail them out of this failing public school, which you're dissatisfied with the pace of improvement in, that you could exercise choices to send your child to another school, maybe even another school district, and also to utilize tax credits so that you can get your child into a private school of the choice of the parents. So that's what we mean. We mean parents having decision-making control of where their child ends up rather than it being determined by zip code when they have a failing school close by. And this is intended both to spur positive change in the schools, and it's also, and most importantly, to make sure that no child in Virginia loses out on the opportunity for an education. So, and our approach here, as you note, is a substantive one. Not everybody might agree with what we're proposing, but we're proposing things. Every campaign has a positive case and a negative case.
Right.
The positive case for me is I've been serving Virginians, whether it's fighting sexual assault, homelessness, juvenile delinquency, helping people suffering from mental illness for my whole adult lifetime. My opponent hasn't done anything in Virginia. Nothing on that front. And then the negative case is why you shouldn't vote for Terry McAuliffe. And his positive case is gone, to answer your question. The reason he doesn't talk about anything positive is what he wanted to talk about was his job creation record at Franklin Pellets and at Green Tech. And, of course, Green Tech is under 2 federal investigations now for his tenure as chairman. And the positive case is gone, so all they have left is let's spend our money to destroy Ken Cuccinelli.
You have a new ad out. It's called Opportunity. You talk about education in that, but you also say in this ad, our tax code should encourage middle-class families and small businesses, not reward the powerful and well-connected. How is the tax code in the Commonwealth rewarding the powerful and well-connected, and what would you do to change it?
Well, we have billions of dollars, that was with a B, of tax exemptions and loopholes and carve-outs, and the folks who get that are the ones with good lobbyists, and some of them work. And by work, I mean they provide economic benefits to those of us not in the targeted industry. To me, a successful tax credit is one that provides benefits beyond the folks who just get the immediate credit. It spurs other job creation, etc. And we have proposed tax cuts for, as you noted, middle-class families, small businesses, and others that would spur job creation. Our proposal is rated as growing over 50,000 new jobs. And in Virginia, we have a balanced budget requirement. So to do that, I've got to get at what amounts to a total of about 1/6. That's 1 in 6 of our tax exemptions and tax credits to be able to pay for the tax cuts that I'm hoping to spur job creation with.
All right. Well, we're going to have to leave it right there.
I'm going to make us late for traffic, but I just want to point out, Ken Cuccinelli just laid out a comprehensive K through 12 plan for us. He's going to unveil it today in Richmond. I went to Terry McAuliffe's webpage for his K-12 through 12 policy. I kid you not, I can read it for you in 3 seconds. As governor, I will support our kids in our schools. We're going to take the best ideas from around the country and give teachers and administrators the resources and freedom they need to make Virginia a global leader in education. That's his policy.
Yeah, and it would be nice if he'd actually go somewhere and answer questions.
Well, and if he would answer questions.
Yeah, amazing.
All right.
Unbelievable.
He won't debate. He won't answer questions.
You must feel like you're running against a cartoon character.
Some days. I mean, when our goal is to talk to as many Virginians as possible, and his goal seems to be to talk to as few. And as you noted, even when he gets a press call, he won't, even when they call it, they won't take questions. It's extraordinary.
Enjoy the campaign, Mr. Cuccinelli.
Thanks, guys. Good to talk to you.